And a tense scene for more than 4 hours in downtown Lexington overnight as police found a safe end to a standoff with a man holed up inside a house. LEX 18's Jennifer McGraw is live at police headquarters with more on this story. Jen?
Julie, it certainly kept Lexington police busy overnight until that man surrendered about 4 hours later. It all started around 9:30 last night on Sayre Avenue. We're told the parents of an Afghan war veteran called police after getting a call from him. They told the officers he sounded distraught and may have guns and explosives inside. Police set up outside the home and evacuated 2 neighbors for safety. We're told a robot went inside that home to make sure things were safe. Meanwhile, the parents were kept outside behind a shield to help police talk him out of the home. But about 1:30 this morning, the man came out and could be seen hugging a woman before he was taken in for an evaluation. No word yet on if there are any charges. Covering the news live in Lexington from the LEX 18 mobile newsroom, back to you.
Jennifer, thanks. And a Lexington woman stabbed in the back of her head and the suspect has been arrested. Police say it happened around 10:45 Sunday night on Peachtree Road. We're told the woman was alert and talking while she was taken to UK Hospital. About 30 minutes after that, officers arrested 61-year-old Riley Parent, who was found in the kitchen of the home with blood on his hands. He's now charged with assault. A Lexington church group witnessed a murder-suicide while stopped at a Louisville gas station. LEX 18's Macy Inscoe joins us live in studio with more details.
Pastor Donald Clay and some of his congregation thought the Louisville Thorntons would be the best place to stop for snacks on their way back to Lexington. He said they had no idea a horrible scene was about to unfold. The group from Kingdom Life Ministries was stopped at the gas station on the way home Saturday night when shots rang out. Police say 41-year-old Scott Joslin had some words with his wife Christine outside, pulled a gun and shot her in the head, then shot himself. She died there at the gas station. He later died at a hospital. Pastor Clay says his group saw the couple inside, and watching what happened was very hard to see, especially since they had several children with them.
She was just in and out of store, talking on the cell phone. He was mumbling on the phone. They checked out right before we did, so didn't see any argument. Very emotional night for us, very sad for the family. Our prayers is with the family. We don't know who the victim is, but our prayers and thoughts go out to the family.
Investigators are trying to find the motive and if the two went to the gas station together or if he followed his wife there. Julie, back to you.
Macy, thanks. A Harlan County high school senior killed in a crash was honored in a special way this weekend at graduation. Classmates left Cody Foltz's chair empty Sunday, and they covered it with flowers and a quilt. Foltz was killed while he and a friend were on their way to Lexington. They lost control of the car and crashed.
It's hard putting into words what all of this has gone on the last 24 hours. It's been really, really hard.
Cody was actually walking into school with me on Thursday, the last day, and he was talking about how we both had bright futures.
Visitation for Cody Foltz will be tonight from 6 to 9 at Mount Pleasant Funeral Home. His funeral will be held tomorrow at 11. Police are asking you to keep an eye out for a dementia patient who's been missing since Wednesday. Donald Hampton told a friend he was going to check into a homeless shelter, but he apparently never made it. Police issued a golden alert for Hampton Saturday morning. You're asked to call Lexington Police if you've seen the man on your screen. And police say another Lexington man gone missing last week could be a danger to himself and others. They are still looking for 36-year-old James Caldwell since he allegedly sent a letter making specific threats to a woman and a few businesses. He now has warrants for terroristic threatening and stalking. Danville police are looking into the death of a raccoon at last week's Boyle County Fair. That animal was apparently mauled by dogs and then stomped on by a man in front of a crowd of people. The fair hosted a contest involving dogs treeing raccoons Thursday night. Fair officials say after the event, a few people set their dogs free inside the horse ring where they attacked the raccoon.
The coons turned loose and 3 dogs are playing tug of war with it and ripping it to shreds.
The gentleman was standing and yelling, "Live action here, live action here." The children started to cry and scream. A lot of the adults were crying.
Officers first thought it was part of the event. They didn't realize what exactly was happening until it was too late. The president of the fairgrounds said in a statement that they do not support what happened and they have banned the people involved. So far, police say no one has been charged. A man smelled smoke, and sure enough, he then spotted a fire in a Lexington neighborhood Sunday night. He says he was outside working on Parkside Drive around 9 when he noticed some trouble in a home's kitchen.
I seen a cloud of smoke above the house, so I ran across the street, beat on the door, then went around the side of the house and seen flames in the kitchen window.
Yeah, we're told a dog survived, but a cat inside did not make it. It's still unclear what caused that fire. Let's cover your world this morning at 6:36. An American held for nearly 5 years by the Taliban in Afghanistan is now back in American hands. The Taliban released Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl as part of a prisoner swap Sunday. In exchange, 5 terrorism detainees were freed from Guantanamo Bay. The 28-year-old is now at a medical center in Germany and will eventually be returned to the United States and reunited with his family. The man who just won a bitter battle to control a Philadelphia newspaper died in a fiery plane crash. 72-year-old Lewis Katz was one of 7 people killed when a private jet crashed during takeoff from an airfield near Boston Saturday. Just days before, he and a partner struck a deal for full control of the Philly Inquirer. No word yet what caused that deadly crash. And another pilot was killed Sunday when his plane crashed during an air show in Wisconsin. Look at this, so sad. Officials say the 74-year-old was performing a stunt when he suddenly began spiraling towards the ground. Organizers canceled the rest of the show after the accident and sent home the crowds. 2 children were hurt Saturday when a gust of wind sent an inflatable slide tumbling across a field in Colorado. Take a look at this. The slide rolled nearly 300 feet before coming to a stop. Witnesses say a girl was thrown off the slide when it started to blow away. A little boy got trapped at the top and he was carried all across the field. Both, though, are expected to be okay. Some stressed out travelers are getting comfort from some special visitors at LAX Airport. Therapy dogs. These canines roam the terminals, easing the anxiety of those worried travelers. The first of these programs began back after the September 11th attacks, and now several airports all across the country are unleashing the hounds. Each dog in the program undergoes health checks and personality checks to ensure that they are the right fit for the job. Very cute. Well, a black bear in Florida found a rather cozy place to catch a few Z's last week. Take a look. He is in a hammock. He hopped in, and as you can see, he just made himself comfortable. As exciting as it was for the neighborhood to see that photo, residents say they don't want him back. The hammock has since been taken down, and residents say they now plan to be more careful with their garbage.